Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This Is Football. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen, and we're debuting a new show today. The name of the show is Daily News with Hussam. This is a new show to keep you updated with all transfer information, with all the things related to any football club in the Premier League and all bits of information we're going to be talking about. Today's video, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Levi Colwill to Liverpool. We're going to be talking about Konate to PSG. We're going to be talking about Mikel Arteta's new contract. We're going to be talking about Sesko to Arsenal. For what are you doing, Arsenal? We're going to be talking about whether Ten Hag should stay or should go. There is so much for us to unpack, so much for us to discuss. Big up to every single person locked in. Big up to everyone who's tuned in from MHF as well. There is 350 people in the house already. Make sure you are slapping the like button on your way in. Slap the like button right now. Stop what you're doing this very second. Slap the like button. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. Please like and subscribe right here, right now. Like the video. You absolute bozos. You frauds. You frauds. Hit the like button, Habibis. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP. And let me know in the chat right now, out of everything I said in the intro, what is the news you want me to start with? I'm here to start with it. Whatever you want me to start with. Let me show you quickly the tutorial. This is you watching us. Hit the X button, hit this like button right here. See this like button right here? Hit the like button right here, right now. Tell me, what news do you want me to start with in the chat? And I am here for you guys. I want to run the show exactly how my audience wants it. We've got the Konate news, the Sesko news, Ten Hag, Colwill, whichever thing you want me to start with, let me know and I will start with it. Write me one name in the chat. You know how we do it on This Is Football. Plenty of energy for you guys. I just want one name. I don't want life stories. Sesko, Konate, who exactly? Let me know. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. Most people want me to start with the Sesko news. And I'm going to start with the Sesko news. And I'm going to start with the Sesko news because I want to ask Arsenal fans. ¿Por qué? What are you doing, Arsenal? Arsenal, what are you doing, Arsenal? Arsenal, what are you doing? Guys, Arsenal fans. Guys, you know I love you. Arsenal fans, you know I love you, Allah. Arsenal fans, you know I love you, right? You know me and you have made peace treaty. We both love each other. You know, me and you have fantastic relationship. We have made an allegiance of the ages in order to destroy the 115 FC. Me and you are all together. Big up all the Arsenal fans in the chat. My people. But guys, what's happening? Guys, wallahi, let's be honest. Like, what's happening? Arsenal Football Club. Big Arsenal. Want to beat Manchester City for the league. Want to win the Champions League. Want to win the big competitions. You're going for Sesko, bro? You are going for Sesko? Sesko, you know. Sesko. Wasn't Sesko like the next big thing like fucking 3 years ago? Wasn't Sesko like the next thing like 3 years ago? Bro, have some shame and decorum. Bro, what are you guys doing? I have no idea. I wish I could help you. But let me quickly just share screen for you guys. You get me? This is what's exactly been reported by John Cross or the Mirror. You get me? So let me just quickly share screen for you guys. We're going to have discussions. Don't worry. We're going to talk. We need to have objective conversations. This is exactly the news. Breaking news, according to John Cross, which is, of course, a very reliable source. Let me actually follow him. Breaking news, according to John Cross. Benjamin Sesko has said yes to Arsenal. Arsenal are readying a 45 million deal for the Slovenian international. This is obviously the latest information about Sesko, you know, this season. And you know, I mean, how do you guys feel about it? Before I tell you my honest opinions, before I tell you all of that, I want to know what you guys think. How do you guys feel? Because this guy obviously is one of them hybrid type players. He's kind of in the ilk, if you would like, of a Danny Olmo, of like a Firmino, of a player like that. Like, do I necessarily think that Benjamin Sesko is gonna tear the world apart, if you would like? Do I think he's gonna destroy people? Do I think he's gonna, win over the hearts of the whole world? I don't know if I'm gonna go that far. So I just don't know what Arsenal are doing right now. I'll be so honest with you, and we're gonna unplug it. Tell me what you think in the chat. I want to hear what you're saying. Big up to Ed, who says, big up Hussam. Sorry, been busy lately. Worked 140 hours past 2 weeks at work. But let's start with all Liverpool transfer news. We're going to talk about Liverpool, Ed. Stick around. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Love to you, Ed. Always showing support. And listen, I have to say to everyone in the chat, never, ever apologize. Never, ever, ever, ever apologize for not being able to watch the stream or not being able to send super chats. We are a family over here. We are a family over here. I don't care. I love you all. That's why, for the 100th time I say, that's why there will never be memberships on This Is Football. Here, I just wrote down Ed's name and Nimbus's name. Anyone who sends super chats gets shout out. We read his comments. We get involved with you guys. Don't ever apologize. I love you guys too much. I love you guys too much for me to ever be upset that you're not watching the channel or whatever. So I'm never, ever going to say that. So love to you, Ed, and I hope your strawberries are coming out now. You get me, so you can harvest them soon. Big up to you, Ed. Big up to Nimbus, who says, Don Hussam, I respect your opinions truly, but I think Sesko is just fine. He's clinical enough, and for 45 million, I ain't mad. I think Gyökeres and Isak are too expensive. He's a big boy like Havertz too. And speaking of, let's look at the statistical analysis of Benjamin Sesko. Let's talk about it. Let's go to the website we kind of only follow during the transfer window. This is Benjamin Sesko's scouting reports, of course, compared to the positional peers in the big 5 leagues, Champions League, Europa League over the last year. This is based on 1,930 minutes played. Now, this isn't always necessarily the most accurate, but these are his player comparisons, which, to be honest, the part that shocks me, the numbers that are brought up in this and the names that are brought up in this are mostly, to be fair, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can have a full sea of the names. They're more like traditional strikers. I mean, he's getting compared to Dominic Solanke, Alvaro Morata, and others. By the way, let me know if you can see the names clearly on the screen. If not, I can zoom in even a bit more. Don't worry about it here. See? Hit the zoom again. See? Now you can see it 100%. So as you guys can see the names, you get me? Solanke, Morata, just kind of more classical, prototypical number 9s. And fair enough, that might be an indicator of where Arsenal move, but I don't know quite. I don't know for a fact. I don't really know for a fact if you bring in Sesko and he comes into play striker. I'm not quite sure that Sesko is going to be a striker for Arsenal, if you would like. If you ask me personally, who do I compare him with? I think he kind of reminds me more of the Danny Olmos of this world. He reminds me more of someone who can play as a striker, but isn't necessarily just striker 100%. So is he like a Dominic Solanke? Is he like a Calvert-Lewin? Because those are the names that are brought up. I don't think he's necessarily like these two. I don't think he's a Calvert-Lewin or he's like a prototypical number 9 target man. I think he's a lot more like someone who can link up play with the wingers, someone who could run in behind, someone who could keep the ball. Maybe he could play with his back to goal. You get me? Stuff like that. However, let's unpack a bit more of the stats. Big up to you, my guy Nimbus. Thank you so much for the super chat. What a name as well. So let's kind of unpack a bit more of these stats. Non-penalty goals, obviously, he is in the 96th percentile of non-penalty goals. Shot creating actions, 33rd percentile, which obviously isn't really. Oh my god. I cannot believe this. I've been talking about Sesko this whole time thinking I'm talking about Olmo. Oh my god, I thought I'm talking about Olmo this whole time. Oh my god, I just messed up. My first solo transfer stream of the summer, and I'm talking about, in my mind, I'm talking about Olmo, but I'm describing Sesko. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Sorry guys, chat. I made a mistake. I apologize. Sorry, chat. Sorry. I messed up. I fully fucked up there. You get me? I fully fucked up. Chat.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
I see you guys in the chat. My bad. Sorry, I apologize. This whole time I've been talking about Sesko, but I'm describing Olmo in my mind. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Shit. I just realized. I read the name. I'm like, yo, Sam, you're actually describing Sesko. Shit, my bad. Sesko is actually a traditional number 9. Okay, guys, listen. I made a mistake. Mistakes happen. I'm only human after all. Let's start over. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Welcome to our debut stream of Daily News with Hussam, where we have messed it up already. Love you all. Like and subscribe, and we fucked up. I apologize. I described Olmo in my mind, but I'm talking about Sesko. In my mind, I'm talking about Olmo. I don't know why. I'm such a fraud. I admit it. I made a mistake. Sorry. Mistakes do happen. You get me? Mistakes do happen. I'm not going to end the stream, Aaron. Mistakes happen. Let's go back to describing Sesko. Let's talk about Sesko. Now, obviously, more of a prototypical striker, which Olmo isn't. You get me? Which Olmo isn't, okay? Well, I love you all. You get me? Yes, just like again. Big up to Fred. I messed up. Listen, mistakes happen. I kept talking like I'm talking about Olmo because my mind is on Liverpool. I know Liverpool likes Olmo, and I'm saying he's like a false nine and all this. But I'm describing Sesko. Let's get back to the topic. Guys, the reason why I said Arsenal, what you're doing, before we even get involved with the numbers and all this, before I even said anything about, the reason why I said Arsenal, what are you doing, is as follows. Look, I've said all along, Arsenal need to have their Alisson Van Dijk window. Arsenal need to have their world-class, proven, let's go out there and let's beat some teams, let's take some souls, let's destroy some teams in the Premier League season and summer, so they can go ahead with the next Premier League season and win. They need to win. Arsenal need the best of the best right now. Arsenal Sesko era was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Sesko fares. Because Arsenal 2 years ago, with all due respect, were in 5th place. Arsenal 2 years ago were in a position where, you know, they kind of needed a player like that. Right now, I don't know if I look at Arsenal and go like, you know what they need? They need Sesko. You know who I think Arsenal need? Arsenal need Kimmich. Arsenal need Isak. Arsenal need like the best of the best. You know, Arsenal need the player to take them to the next level. I have seen Sesko play before. I've seen him play before from 2 years ago when Liverpool wanted him, by the way. We wanted him after the Euros, the last Euros where he played. We wanted him. I don't rate him. I don't rate Benjamin Sesko. I appreciate that Arteta can improve players, but instead of expecting him to turn, you know, basically like water into like Coca-Cola, just give him carbonated drink and let him turn into Coca-Cola. Make his life easier a little bit. Now, when we take a look at the stats, I'll be honest with you, this feels like Hussam looking at Darwin Nunez from 3 years ago. Non-penalty goals, obviously, this is good in the 96th percentile. 69th percentile for total shots. This is more related as well, to be honest with you, like with how the team played and stuff. Assists, 39th percentile, which obviously is an indication. And here, as you guys can see, this is obviously expected assisted goals, which is basically how much he's created for his teammates, which isn't that high, which shows that creativity isn't really his forte. Sesko is a typical number 9. I'm so sorry once again, Jenny, on a real, guys. I just apologize. I was just describing Olmo in my mind because that's the player that we wanted. So I just got mixed up. People make mistakes. But Sesko is more of a traditional number 9. Obviously, you know, that you kind of look at these stats, and this is the stuff here that scared me with Nunez. This is the same exact stuff that scared me with Nunez. Passing completion rate, he's in the 25th percentile. He is in the 25th percentile of people across the top 5 leagues. This is very scary if you're an Arsenal fan from that perspective. From a passing perspective, he ain't there. I mean, the fact that, you know, the guy is, you know, he's 34th in the passes attempted, 34th percentile. He's in the 25th percentile of pass completion, 66.5%. 66.5% for what happened? 66.5%, pass completion rate is absolutely dreadful. Let's be honest with you. Progressive passes the same. Here we have the take-ons and the carries, which he's like, in the middle of. Tackles, blocks, clearances. And I know, by the way, let me just say this. This might be the type of stuff that, whether you guys like it or not, Arsenal and Arteta do look at, because this shows that he's a high work rate player. This shows that he's a high work rate player. So Sesko, in my mind, is the following. This is how I see Sesko. I see Sesko as Nunez 2.0. So he's coming into Arsenal Football Club to score goals. The role of Sesko is very simple. Come to Arsenal, put the ball in the back of the net. Very simple. Very simple. I don't think Arsenal fans care. I don't think Arteta cares. I don't think anyone in the chat cares if he would score 30 goals next season. Let's be honest, chat. If Sesko scores 30 goals next season, you don't care if his pass completion rate is even 10%. Look at Haaland. Haaland isn't the Jogo Bonito football player, but he scores goals. He scores goals. Now, the thing is with Sesko to Arsenal and this move is he the level that Arsenal need to take him over the line? Is he the level that Arsenal need to take you from step 1 to step 2? Is he the level? This is the questions that I'm asking for Arsenal fans to respond to in the chat, and people get involved as well. Is he the level that is going to take Arsenal from here to here? Because this is what I expected of Arsenal. I expected this summer to start Arsenal to go like, we want Kimmich, we want Isak, we want the best of the best. We're going to sign the best of the best because you've already built up your club. Listen, Arsenal in the foundations, when Arteta was still building it up, needed time. So Arsenal needed time to get to that level, step by step by step by step. Arsenal now have a house built. So when you have a house built, you want a Ferrari to park in the garage. You get me? You want some of the best so you can live that life of the king that Arsenal fans want to live. Now, when I look at these numbers and even the player comparison, I mean, he's getting compared to Calvert-Lewin and others, and you can tell exactly why. I mean, once again, we can share the screen over here. If you scroll up a little bit, you can see. Obviously, when it comes to goal scoring, he's in the higher percentiles of the striker. You go to the passing numbers, like from here downwards, assists, shot. Why does it keep disappearing? Assists, shot creating actions, passes, attempted passes completion. I'll be honest with you, this is absolutely dreadful. The fact that he has only 67% pass completion rate isn't necessarily the thing that's going to strike Arsenal fans with so much confidence and so much, you get me? So this right here, so from this row all up until this row is where you're going to have a problem with it. Progressive carries 51th percentile, take on 71th percentile, fair enough, you get me? So, it's just he isn't necessarily cooking from a passing perspective. This right here shows me that he works hard. The fact that he has blocks and clearances and even has like tackles in the 60th percentile almost shows me that the guy is a high work rate player. So with Sesko, this is my summary on Sesko. Sesko is a high work rate player and a goal scorer. Can he pass the football? Can he create opportunities for his teammates? To be honest, no. Now, if I'm being completely honest, who does Sesko remind me of? I'm sorry, Arsenal fans, but he reminds me of Nunez. If you ask me, would I take Sesko at Liverpool? The answer would be no. I don't necessarily think Sesko is going to be the striker that takes Arsenal towards that next level. Now, on the positive side, you get me? There's no need for us to just give black and white answers all the time. On the positive side, with Arsenal and Sesko, he could be the guy that scores the goals for you in the games where you're playing against a low block, in the games where you have that direct option, if you like, exactly what Big GZ said in the chat, where you have that direct option of maybe a cross or a finisher or something like that. However, Sesko does miss chances, chat. I'm letting you know right now. Sesko misses chances. Sesko is not the guy that's going to put the ball in the back of the net. Now, here's the problem with the Isak Sesko thing, before I go to the super chats and move on to Mikel Arteta. Here's the problem with the Sesko thing and the directness thing and all this. Here's the issue. What if he doesn't bang? That's the issue from Sesko's side. The issue from Isak's side is apparently Newcastle want 100 million pounds. And I want to ask everyone in the chat right now, would you pay yes or no answers only? You know how we do it on This Is Football, baby. We do it quick fire. No paragraphs, yes or no. Would you pay 100 million for Isak? Yes or no? Would you pay 100 million for Isak? Simple. Would you pay 100 million for Isak? Yes or no? I want a genuine answer from all of you guys. Answer from you guys. Genuine answer. Right here, right now. Would you or would you not? Would you or would you not pay 100 million for Isak? I want to see where you guys are at in the chat. I want to see where you guys are at in the chat. 100 million. Most people are saying no. I can't lie to you. Okay, the ones that, because most of you are saying no, let me switch the question. How much would you be willing to pay max for Isak? Maximum number in the chat right now. Maximum number you'd be willing to pay for Isak right now. Give me max number you'd pay for Isak. This very second, maximum number you'd pay for Isak. Absolute most money you would put on the table for Isak. We have a couple of 80s. We have 85. 45 is too low, King. 45, have some shame. 80, 70, 70, 80. Most people are saying from that 70 to 80 range, which I think is fair. 70 to 80 range is probably a bit fair for Isak, considering that this is another problem. I get why Arsenal have went down this route. I don't like Sesko, okay? But I understand why they've went down this route. The reason why Arsenal have went down this route is because the striker market stinks. Stinks. It smells. The striker market. It smells. It's bad. Who are the true striker options out there? Isak, Tony. Like, who else can I even think of in world football who's a striker? Like, who? It's just there's just no one there. There's a player comparison I want to bring up before I move on to Arteta, before I do the super chats and move on to Arteta. Dovbyk, fair enough, but you could say Dovbyk's the rest. I am going to compare Kai Havertz to Sesko. Kai Havertz to Sesko comparison. You get me? Let's check widescreen view. Does it look nicer? This is the Kai Havertz to Sesko comparison right here. For Arsenal, for Leipzig. Obviously, he scored 4 more goals, but it's the Bundesliga tax. Havertz takes a lot more shots. Sorry, Sesko takes a lot more shots, of course, because he's the... But why is it... But how can I... There's no way not per 90. Yeah, we have to toggle it per 90, because I ain't going to do the whole starting thing. Bro. Yeah, right here. Sorry. Let me toggle per 90. These are the standard stats. So obviously, Sesko is a better goal scorer than Havertz. We all know that. But this is where the difference comes in, chat. This is where the difference comes in. This is where the difference comes in for Kai Havertz. The assist numbers, the creativity numbers, which we're going to now check in a second. Absolutely, completely different numbers. These are the ones that will probably obviously be more towards Sesko's favor, which is the shooting. So obviously, currently, your starting striker is Havertz. Obviously, the one that currently starts for Arsenal is Havertz. Sesko is a better finisher, better shooter, better, like, you know, gunman, as they say, than Havertz. Here's where it gets a little bit, you know, let's unpack this a little bit right here. Passes completed. Obviously, Kai Havertz has a lot more passes completed, a lot more passes attempted, and the pass completion rate is 15% better for Kai Havertz. Guys, 15% is a big deal. 15% means every 100 passes Kai Havertz makes compared to Sesko, he makes 15 more passes than Benjamin Sesko. And obviously, this is the total distance, which means Havertz is not only attempting short passes, he's even making a bit more longer passes. Obviously, as you guys can see, this is the progressive distance. This is the difference as well in short passes. This is really worrying in terms of passing, chat. This is really worrying. He has a 73.2% pass completion rate. 73.2% pass completion rate. Even for short passes. Yeah, this is mad still. This is mad still. This is mad. This is mad. But why isn't the thing moving to the right, brother? But why isn't it moving to the right? There you are. There you are. Where is the scroll bar? Okay, but it means I have to unzoom a little bit. 1 second, let me unzoom. Sorry, guys, the website is being fraudulent. It's not my fault. So what happens if I switch to widescreen view? Guess what's the difference? What is the difference? There is no difference. Anyway, medium as well. Obviously, much better numbers for Kai Havertz. These right here, the expected assists almost double. Obviously, Kai Havertz is a much better passer of the football. And this is where we come to as well the shot creation stats. This is going to be very important here. Toggling it per 90. Shot creating actions. Kai Havertz almost has one more shot creating action per game. You get me? And one more per 90 as well. One more per 90 as well. So successful take-ons obviously works more in Sesko's favor. Goal creating actions, again, more for Havertz. More for Havertz. So basically, just to kind of quickly summarize, because we ain't gonna sit up here and do the Opta Hussam thing. You get me? Just to give a quick summary to everyone in the chat. I'm looking at Kai Havertz, and I'm looking at Benjamin Sesko, and I'm looking at two completely different types of strikers. This reminds me of Liverpool. Sometimes you have to relate it to yourself to understand. This reminds me of when Liverpool went from Bobby Firmino to Darwin Núñez. Now, this also reminds me of when Manchester City went from Kevin De Bruyne and Gabriel Jesus to Erling Haaland. So this could work both ways. This could work either this way or that way. You never know. I cannot predict the future unless it's Chelsea, because we know they're crap. But I cannot predict the future. I can't. Chat, I have to be honest. Listen, you're going to see one thing on Daily News with Hussam. It's going to be the most objective show 100% on this channel. Because we're here to analyze and give genuine opinions and facts. It's a wide spectrum because it's high risk, high rewards. Kai Havertz is obviously a much better passer than Sesko, but Sesko is a better finisher than Kai Havertz. So now you need to ask yourself, will this risk pay off or not? 100% you're correct, Taha. He could be Pat Sandaka. You never know. This is the $1 million question. If Sesko comes into Arsenal, starts scoring goals, starts putting the ball in the back of the net, then it has worked. But if Sesko comes into Arsenal and starts fluffing his lines, missing chances, and on top of that, cannot pass, cannot create, cannot dribble, this makes it the Darwin Núñez situation. I always say there are three types of strikers. Number one type of striker, Joga Bonito striker. Firmino, Jesus. Pass, 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 pass. Keep the ball, create chances for the others. The robot, the Erling Haalands of the world. The players who might not be the best on the ball, might not be the best when it comes to passing, to creativity, to dribbling, but they put the ball in the back of the net. And then you have the third type of striker, which is the complete, which is the Karim Benzema, which is the Harry Kanes of the world. These are the ones that are more rare. Now you have a fourth type, which is none of the above, aka Darwin Núñez. Now, Sesko either goes into the second bracket or the fourth bracket. You and your luck. Does it work out? Does it not work out? Does Sesko come into to Arsenal Football Club, start banging in goals, scoring goals, putting the ball in the back of the net? Or does Sesko come into Arsenal and do the Darwin Núñez? Now, if you ask me personally, I want everyone in the chat to make me a prediction. Because, as I said, I don't know the future. I'm just giving you the genuine facts. And we can only make predictions. Arteta obviously improves players, but so did Klopp. So Klopp couldn't get the best out of Núñez. Erling Haaland, Darwin Núñez. Two robots. One guy puts the ball in the back of the net. One guy is absolutely useless. You have one choice in the chat. Is Sesko more likely to be a Núñez or more likely to be a Haaland? That's the one thing I want to ask everyone in the chat. Write me one name. Núñez, Haaland. That's what I want to hear from you guys. Because Sesko is a bot. If Sesko could put the ball in the back of the net, none of you in the chat would give a crap about his pass completion rate. But if he start missing, you know, me personally, if you ask me, Arsenal fans, you know, I'm not a hater. You know, I'm not a person who's jealous of your club or anything. I'm just here to say it as it is. I'll be honest with you. I'm not quite sure if Sesko is the solution for Arsenal. However, I do understand it because the striker market stinks and the other clubs want too much money. That's my honest opinion. Let's see where you guys are coming from in the chat. And by the way, for Suraida saying Solanke, remember Solanke took quite a while to start banging at Bournemouth. Let's not act like he came in and just banged directly. He did not bang directly, bro. He did not. You know, so yeah. Let me go to the super chats before we discuss Mikel Arteta. Big up to Sheik TV who says, big up, bro. What positions would you look for Liverpool in the market? Stick around, Sheik. You're about to find out because we will be moving to Liverpool after Arsenal because these are the two clubs that gave us no news over the last 5-6 days. And today we're getting so much news from both clubs. So we're going to talk about, I'm going to talk about Liverpool in a second. Just let me finish the Arsenal part first and then we'll head to Liverpool, Sheik. Stick around. We're going to be talking Konate. We're going to be talking about Levi Colwill, what Liverpool need, what Liverpool don't need. A lot of stuff. Don't worry about it. Big up to you, my guy, Sheik. Thanks so much for the super chat. Make sure you guys are subscribing to Sheik TV. Click on the super chat, go to channel, go subscribe to Sheik TV. That's my guy. Big up to Ashraf, says, big up Sam, bro. Arsenal needs a tier 1 striker. We don't have time to wait out for young players to hit their potential. I mean, Ashraf here's an Arsenal fan, and he's basically saying what I'm saying. I understand why Arsenal are doing it. That doesn't mean it's right. Like, if you ask me before the transfer window started, what do Arsenal need? I'll say Arsenal need the best of the best. I'll say Arsenal need an Isak. Arsenal need this. Arsenal need that. Arsenal need, you know, the absolute best players in the world. Arsenal don't have time for this nonsense right here. Now, Sesko could bang. I accept that Sesko could bang. I accept 100% that Sesko could bang. But if he doesn't, Arsenal are in trouble. And I'll ask you one final question. Big up Scottish Bear. I'll ask you one final question to everyone in the chat before I just finish the super chats and move on to Arteta. Arsenal fans, you have one option. Sesko for 40 million or Watkins for 100. Choose one right now. Watkins or Sesko. No life stories, just choose one. Big up to my guy Ed who says, Hussam, Eminem dropping tomorrow. Lol, not transfer news, but thought you'd appreciate. Of course, because M's the GOAT. You get me. Guess who's back? Back again. Sam is back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Big up to you, my guy Ed, man. Love to you, Ed. My brother. Big up to Terence who says, prefer an Isak. This move was probably a budget move for our bigger targets in wing or midfield. If not, we have regressed. Big up Hussam. Come on, you Gunners. You'll never walk alone. I accept that. By the way, there are a lot of Arsenal fans agreeing with what I'm saying as well. If you've joined us, big up to Dan Potts for the redirect as well. Big up to MHF, the stream that we did earlier on. Listen, people who watch my daily transfer news will know, if you watch the stream every day, you're going to get this energy, you're going to get the reality, you're going to get information, you're going to get opinions. I'm not here to waffle, I'm not here to disrespect, I'm not here to banter, I'm here to state my honest opinion. And just because I like the direction Arsenal are headed in does not mean that I'm going to sit up here and say Sesko is going to be a fantastic signing, because do I genuinely believe that? The answer is no. I don't think Sesko is the direction Arsenal need to head in. I understand it simply because that striker market is trash. That's it. Now, if Sesko does bang, it's low risk, high reward. It's low risk because it's only 40 million. So you could probably sell him in 2 years for like 25, 30 million if he flops. So it's not as bad as an Isak flopping, if you would like, but has a lower chance of succeeding. Sesko would be a good backup to Havertz. He's a 20-year-old kid whose game will develop over time. I appreciate that, and you're 100% right. And even as bad as he is, right? As bad as Darwin Nunez is, I can acknowledge as one of the biggest Darwin Nunez haters after Toka. I give Toka the first place. Even I can acknowledge that he has improved. However, if you don't put the ball in the back of the net, your role as a striker means nothing unless you're Jogo Bonito. So unless you're creating Saka chances and Martinelli chances and blah, 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 then you have to put the ball in the back of the net. Big up Dina, my guy, back in the summer. He says, Hussam, I love your videos. Keep the good work. Thank you so much. Listen, we try our best to give you quality content, non-agenda based. We have our agenda shows. Al is an agenda show. A-listers is an agenda show where we give you that relief of just having fun, getting cooked, and all the type of stuff. But on this stream right here, daily transfer news, and the streams that I do like this, we're here to spit facts, speak the honest reality about player signings and stuff like that. Like, respectfully, if Arsenal sign Yuri Tillemans tomorrow, I'll say I think he's a good passer, but he's too slow for Arsenal. I don't think he would help you in quick build-up play, and I think he's injury prone. Quick opinion, just like that. Big up to you. Tevin! Yeah, this only makes sense if we go big in midfield or winger positions. It's a risk. Not sure how it will pay off. This is true as well. Now, if Tevin, and by the way, I know I speak for all Arsenal fans in the chat, regardless whether you want Sesko or not. If Sesko puts the ball in the back of the net at a high clip, no one cares. Erling Haaland looks like a giraffe playing football, but no one cares because he's clinical. So if the end of the season comes next year and Sesko's on 38 goals and you win the Premier League, would any of you care? No, you wouldn't care. You would celebrate every single one of them goals. And you would party and you'd celebrate because it's all about delivering. He could come in and he could bang. And he could score 20 goals, 25 goals, and it's exactly what you're missing. But we have to acknowledge the other side, which is he could come in and absolutely suck. Is there an in the middle? Yes. But does the in the middle take you nowhere? The answer is no. That's just my honest opinion. Big up to 710 people locked into our first daily transfer news with Hussam stream. I love every single one of you guys. Big up to Tevin, big up to Dina, big up to HCV, Terence, Ashraf, Sheik, Nimbus, and Ed for the super chats. Big up to every single super chatter. All this energy I'm bringing you, my voice is gone, and you frauds haven't hit the like button. There's 710 people locked in right here, right now. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to this football mods. Keep pushing the likes. We still have Mikel Arteta to come. Konate, Levi Colwill, stick around. There's plenty of news today coming around your way. So hit the like button, every single one of you. 713 people in here. We should be on 350 likes already. The energy is here. There is no more football. You guys are all bored, but this is football has you covered, baby. X button, like button right here. Next topic on the blood clot. Shout out my guy, troops. On the blood clot agenda for today is Mikel Arteta. The latest news, according to Fabrizio Romano, is the following. Mikel. Arsenal have already prepared their new contract proposal for Mikel Arteta to be discussed soon. Arsenal are super happy with Arteta and the feeling is mutual. Both want to keep going with the current project together. Arteta will be one of the best paid managers in Europe. This is the latest information according to Fabrizio Romano. I am back on Twitter, but I'm not doing spaces. I'm not even tweeting anything. I just followed all journalists to just get transfer news so I can run these streams for you. That's all. So you get me? Let's allow the whole back on Twitter stuff. I'm not gonna drop my Twitter because I'm not following anyone that any of you guys know. My profile picture is literally a football. Like, I just don't care, bro. I just made Twitter to just follow the journalists. You get me? So I can get the news. So Arsenal fans, what are your opinions on this on this Arteta new contract stuff? I have been sitting on the fence. I cannot believe there's a guy, Rodney, who accused me on the earlier on stream of twerking for Lee Gunner. I wasn't twerking for Lee Gunner. I was just letting them have the debate. Me and my guy, Lee, were having a whole conversation about Arteta, and I actually defended Arteta. I actually defended the guy. So where do you guys sit with this? Happy, unhappy? I'm actually going to set up a poll for you guys to get involved as well, because I genuinely want to see where the guys are at. And I'm going to give you guys an in-the-middle opinion. For this one, I think it's okay to be in the middle. So I'm going to give you two options. So the poll question is going to be, that I'm setting it up right now for you guys. Are you happy with the Arteta contract? You're going to have, yes, I'm happy. You're going to have, no, I'm not happy. And you're going to have 3, which is unsure. Unsure. And rival fans, I want to hear your opinions. If Arteta was your manager, what would you want? What would you want? So here, the poll has been set up. Vote on it. Let me know. And make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Let's get 300 likes ASAP. Here's the thing. I mean, here, obviously, you have the rival fans. Of Meta Professor is saying an Arteta extension is good news as a City fan, is what Off Meta says. Off meta, tell me, why do you feel this way? Why do you feel this way? Because me, I'm obviously, listen, here's the thing. People say, oh my God, some supports Arsenal. No, I don't support Arsenal. I just didn't want City to win the league. It's not that difficult to understand. You get me? Where like, here's the thing. Here's the thing with this whole Arteta new contract stuff. I really understand both sides. I really understand both sides. 100%. I completely understand both sides. I completely understand both sides of the argument. I get why Arsenal fans want Arteta out, and I get why Arsenal fans want Arteta in. This is the first time I genuinely sit on the fence for good reason. Because I'm hearing stuff from this side that makes sense, and I'm hearing stuff from this side that makes sense. The people who want Arteta gone are the people saying, why haven't we taken the other trophies seriously? Why haven't you won me a Europa League? Why haven't you won me an FA Cup? Why haven't you won me a Carabao Cup? Why haven't you won me something relevant, of relevance? You know, why haven't you brought me something in your 5-6 year period? Which is a valid question. We cannot deny. I'm not saying you should want Arteta to go. I've already said I sit on the fence with this. And it's fine. You can sit on the fence. You don't always have to have a 100% solid black and white opinion. Sometimes you sit on the fence. But I have to ask, why is it crazy for both sides to make sense? Because both sides do make sense. Both sides do make sense 100 million %. 100% they both make sense. Are we sat here talking about Mikel Arteta contract completely 100% being justified? I don't think we can say it's 100% justified. However, it's justified from the club position. Let me tell you why it's different from the club compared to the fans. From the club perspective, big up H. From the club perspective, the reason why keeping Arteta makes sense is you don't want anyone to be interested in Arteta. You don't want Arteta to take away the manager from you. You get me? You don't want anyone to take away Arteta from Arsenal. So, and you've kept Champions League 2 years in a row, which is good for the club stability-wise. And I think stability is something that so many people miss, man. I mean, obviously, off meta here, as a City fan is saying, yo, Arsenal not going to win anything. You want to hear the unfortunate reality of meta? No cap. Arsenal were about 2-3 refereeing decisions away from being Premier League champions this season. I'm sorry, I think the table lied. I think Arsenal deserve to be champions. Call me a twerker, call me a waffler, call me whatever you want. I fully believe Arsenal deserve to win the league. I'm sorry, I fully believe that deep down. No one can change my opinion on that. It's not an agenda. It's not none of that stuff. I'm just being completely honest. I think Arsenal deserve to win the league this season. If the penalty at Anfield was given and the right decision was given Newcastle away and Aston Villa away, Arsenal would win league champions. Should they have beaten Aston Villa at home? Yes. But I think Arsenal were the best team in the league. I'm sorry, they were. They were. And the way that they ended the season, 16 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, is absolutely incredible. Is absolutely incredible. So we cannot push to the side. Oh my God, Arteta's never going to succeed at Arsenal. Says who Arteta's never going to succeed at Arsenal? Says who? Says who? Arteta's never going to succeed at Arsenal. I think Arteta could succeed at Arsenal. I think Arteta could succeed at that. I did say the same for us 2 years ago, Jack, when Rodri decided to hug the ball with his arm and a penalty wasn't given. Arteta could succeed at Arsenal. But at the same time, the ones who want Arteta out are saying, bro, why couldn't you give me an FA Cup? Why couldn't you give me a Carabao Cup so I can vindicate the process with something? I can vindicate it with something. I mean, we use the cherry and the cake analogy. It's the best thing is having the cake with the cherry. The second best thing is having the cake. The third best thing is having the cherry. The worst thing is not having anything. So I'd rather have a cherry than nothing. Like, I'd rather have a cherry on my plate than nothing, obviously, because I can still eat the cherry. That's why I understand when Arsenal fans come here and say stuff like, Hussam, I just wish we won an FA Cup. I just wish we won a Carabao Cup. Bro, I get you. I understand from you guys. I understand it. And this is why do we have to always give black and white, this is the correct opinion and you're wrong type of football conversations? I don't want to have that this summer. I want to have genuine, objective conversations. Like, because I genuinely sit on the fence with Arteta and I could be swayed here or here, dependent on next season. Now, the reality is, yeah, Arsenal should have won something. Should have won an FA Cup. Should have won a Carabao Cup. Should have won a Europa League. But at the same time, Arsenal have been stable. Arsenal have gotten Champions League football. Arsenal have challenged for the trophy. Arsenal went out in the Champions League to a Bayern Munich side and wasn't embarrassed. Arsenal did not lose 10-2 on aggregate. Arsenal did not lose 5-1 on aggregate, 6-1 on aggregate. Arsenal lost by 1 goal in the Champions League. They lost by 1 goal. They got eliminated. So they're creating something. Just let Arteta land. This season for me is the landing. This is where I look at Arsenal and Arteta this season and go like, you must land. This season, you must land. You have to land it. The plane cannot be in the sky forever. There comes a point in time where you must land it. You must deliver your team to the airport and lift that trophy. You must deliver something. It's 100%, it's a fact now, guys. Whether it be an FA Cup, a Carabao Cup, a Champions League, a Premier League, you must lift something with Arsenal Football Club. You must do it. You simply must do it. And this is just the ultimate reality. You simply must do it. And I wouldn't even say stuff like win or get sacked or any of that stuff. I'm not saying win or get sacked at all. I don't think Arteta should be sacked right now. And I disagree with Lee Gunnar. I said that to his face because Rodney is accusing me of twerking. I'm not twerking. I said this to Lee Gunnar's face. I think that the options on the market absolutely stink. I mean, you're looking here clearly at the tweet. What does it say? Arsenal have already prepared their new contract proposal for Arteta to be discussed soon. He'll be one of the best paid managers in Europe. Are they going to make someone who they think there is no future with the best paid manager in Europe? Why? Why? Why would that be a thing? Why would that be a thing? Why would that be a thing? If they really believe that Arteta could not do anything or is just an absolute failure, why would they do this? Like, you know, this is the stuff that I talk about. So I believe Arsenal, you have to let them land. Let me land, innit? I have to let Arsenal land. And if Arsenal land, they have to land with a trophy. They have to land with a trophy. Now, in the current market, if you tell me Hansi Flick, if you tell me Xavi Hernandez, if you tell me, you know, I don't know, insert good manager name, fair enough. But you look at the manager market respectfully. Chelsea have just signed Enzo Maresca. Man United are linked to Graham Potter. Barcelona has gotten Hansi Flick already, so he's off the whole thing. Bayern Munich has got Vincent Kompany. Napoli are already getting Conte, so he's off the table. Who is going to take you to the promised land? Like, who is going to be the guy that's like, oh, yeah, him. He's the guy that's going to take me over the thing. But the reality is you ain't going to get Klopp. You ain't going to get Pep. You ain't going to get Ancelotti. You ain't going to get any of these guys. You ain't. You simply ain't. So what do? Do you bring in Conte so he could sign Zappa Costa and ruin your whole team in a 2-year period? The answer is no. That's why I think keeping Arteta is a smart decision. But at the same time, I recognize the other side. The other side are right, by the way. They're not 100% wrong. Arteta needs to land. Land it. Land the trophy, Arteta. This is true. This is true. This ain't no like, oh my God, Hussam has an agenda. Bro, there is no agenda. There is none of this shit. It's reality, akhi. Akhi, it's reality. It's reality. Land it. You have to land the minerals. You get me? You have to land the minerals. Simple as that. Simple as that. Let me read this super chat. Big up to Ashraf who says, Arteta has flopped in every cup run for 4 years and nothing to show for at the end of the year. No Premier League title. Yeah, but that's the point, Ashraf. Let me give you guys the quick example. I used the Klopp example, right? Let's look at the Klopp example. Klopp has come up against Arteta, against Pep Guardiola, 3 times for a Premier League title. 1 time we won a Champions League. The other time we won an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup. The 3rd time we won a Carabao Cup. Now, obviously, the Champions League is even better than the league, so let's push that year to the side. The other 2 seasons, yeah, I didn't leave with the Premier League, so we didn't fully succeed, but I left with something, and I think Arteta needs to learn how to leave with something. Leave the season with something. Don't leave empty-handed. That's the one thing that I say. However, I do understand where Arsenal are coming from because keeping Arteta actually makes sense. And by the way, there's another angle that I'll discuss before moving on to Liverpool and Chelsea, Levi Colwill and all that good stuff. There's another angle I want to discuss that people are not talking about. One more angle before you even vote on the poll. One more angle. given how stinky, how smelly the manager market is, what guarantees you that another club doesn't come in for Mikel Arteta and take Arteta from your club? That's another thing. Whether you guys like it or not, even if you don't rate Mikel Arteta, even if you do not rate Mikel Arteta, he's an asset. He's an asset at Arsenal, and the manager market stinks. With all due respect, if Bayern Munich are getting Vincent Kompany, it stinks. I'm sorry, it does. You can cry more. It stinks. That's just the reality of football. If Bayern München are getting Vincent Kompany from Burnley, then you have to accept the market stinks. I don't care, manager market 100% stinks. So Arteta is an asset that could be taken away from Arsenal. So that's why you need to give him a contract extension to make sure he stays at the football club, which is also fair. This is why, listen, these transfer videos, bro, we're being honest here. We're being honest here. Would I take Arteta over Slot? Hell yeah, I would. Have some shame. Big up to Off Meta Professor says this example is not realistic. But if Arsenal signed a manager like Inzaghi, I'd be worried because winning experience will make a difference in the title run-in. Here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Off Meta Professor. During this title run-in, Arsenal won 16 out of 18 games. 16 out of 18 games. 16 of 18, you won. Can you say Arteta failed in the run-in? On a real. I think you failed in a 90-minute individual basis against Aston Villa. But you won 16 out of 18 games. Big up Mina for the redirect. Shukran. Iskawaran Mina. You got me? Gracias for the redirect. Thank you. Shukran. Can you honestly say he failed? Or is Pep just a bit more experienced? I think you know, you have landed the minerals when it comes to the experience point, but that alone is not a good enough reason. Now, next up on today's agenda, big up to every single one of you guys. Thank you so much to Mina Football for the redirect. Mina, I think you're a moderator here already, even though I'm not a moderator on Mina's channel, which is absolutely dreadful. Make one normal comment to check if you're a mod or not. Hit the like button, chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe to This Is Football if you get to do so. I'm going to set up a poll quickly. Actually, no need poll. I'm asking the chat a question. Shall I speak on Ten Hag or Liverpool now? Colwill, stuff like that. Actually, no need for the poll. Let's talk about Colwill. Why am I talking about Ten Hag? He ain't in the latest transfer news. So, the poll, the Arsenal poll. 59% says, yes, I'm happy. 18% says, no, I'm not happy. And 23% are unsure. That is the thing in the chat currently. Hey, fairs. I get where you guys are coming from. Bro can speak Somali. Somali batahai. Ha, Arab ban ahai. Hold that! Don't disrespect me, blood. I can speak 10 languages and I can swear in about 30. Don't make me swear in Urdu or Hindi now. I'll destroy you all. In Urdu or Hindi, I can swear. You get me? Bro, you get me? I can speak them languages, bro. I can speak languages. Don't mess with my Somali. You get me? I speak Somali. Can I swear in Somali? Yes, I can swear, you Naas Abdi Has. Hold that, you Naas. You Doqen. Hold that. That's another swear word. On your head top, Abdi Has. On your head top. Slap the like button, guys. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Let's talk Levi Colwill, Habibis. Levi Colwills to Liverpool. Another year. This is going to be, guys, who here remembers Liverpool fans and non-Liverpool fans where like 15 years ago, we kept getting linked to like Darren Bent every summer window. Do you guys remember? I'm a Corbo. I don't know Bengali. Do you guys remember when we were linked with Darren Bent every single like week? Do you guys know this? We were linked to Darren Bent like every single thing. This is what's happening with the Levi Colwill news. This is exactly how it's reported. I'm just reporting the news. Liverpool like Levi Colwill, and Arne Slot is chasing a versatile left-footed defender. Chelsea want Colwill to stay. This is according to Kieran Gill. Yeah, Habibi, can you show the thing on the screen? Hello, Twitter. Football reporter for the Daily Mail following Chelsea. So obviously, he's the Chelsea kind of guy for the Daily Mail. Is the Daily Mail the most reliable newspaper in the world football? No, it's not. You get me? It's not the most reliable newspaper in world football. However, we're only reporting the news. What do you guys think of this, whether you support Chelsea or Liverpool or whoever? I mean, here's the thing. Let's speak first on Levi Colwill. Levi Colwill is a fantastic defender. Levi Colwill is a fantastic defender. Levi Colwill is not crap, as Chelsea fans made out this season, the people who hated on him. Levi Colwill is not a bad defender at all. Levi Colwill is not a defender that I think is shit or anything like that. I think he's a very good defender. Obviously, he could play left back. Obviously, he could play centre back. Obviously, he could play LCB. So he's very versatile. He's very good on the ball. He's very good in the air. Obviously, his potential is incredible. The negative for him is literally just kind of a little bit his injuries and stuff like that. The one thing I'll say though with this whole information, the more and more I read about the situation, this is more coming from Levi Colwill's camp. You get me? So this is more coming from like Levi Colwill's camp. So this is not coming from the Liverpool camp. This is not coming from the whoever's camp. This is coming more from Levi Colwill camp. Which shows me that this could be a case of big up to Mina for the raid. Shukran, Mina. Which shows me one thing. This shows me one thing. This could be a case of Sergio Ramos to Man United. Do you guys remember how every time Sergio Ramos wanted a new contract, he linked himself to Man United and he got a new contract? All of this, by the way, is not getting pushed by Liverpool media. It's not getting pushed by like Paul Joyce or James Pearce or like a Liverpool guy. This is all getting pushed by more of Colwill's side, which shows me he's probably doing this maybe to De Gea, Real Madrid, exactly. So they're probably doing this maybe because Colwill has been getting enough game time. And this is the problem with the Chelsea death row contracts. Guess how many years? Chelsea fans don't answer. I want the rivals to guess because I know and the Chelsea fans know. How long is Levi Colwill contract, chat? Give me a guessing number. Last season, he signed a blank year contract. Guess the number in the chat right now. Guess the number right now. How long did Levi Colwill sign last season? Yes. Last season in the summer, Levi Colwill signed a 7-year contract. He signed a 7-year contract. He signed a 7-year contract. This is me right. So you're telling me there's a chance? No, there is no chance because we have to sign how much money you think are we gonna have to pay for Levi? How much money you think are we gonna have to pay for this guy, huh? He's on a 7-year contract. He's on a 7-year contract. He has signed a 7-year contract with Chelsea Football Club. He has signed a 7-year contract with Chelsea Football Club. And sometimes, because we can sit up here and we can laugh at Chelsea and all of that type of stuff and like we laugh. But sometimes I question the player himself. Why the hell have you signed a 7-year contract to begin with? Like, as Levi Colwill, you've put pen on paper on a 7-year contract. 7 years! You signed that. No one else signed that. No one forced you to sign that. You could have told them, no, give me 3 years or I'm gone. Give me 2 years or I'm gone. You yourself signed a 7-year contract. 7. Now, according to the reports, when it comes to kind of how much Chelsea need to raise and all this, most people, and I'll try to share something on the screen for you guys. Most people are saying, according to Miguel Delaney, that Chelsea only need to raise 25 million. So I'm about to share this on the screen for you guys as well to read. All Chelsea need to raise is 25 million. So says who they need to sell Colwill. Says who they need to sell Colwill. Here, you guys can read it. Man United are weighing up a move for Chelsea defender Trevor Chalobah. Bowley is willing to sell for PSR reasons at around 25 million. Most people are saying Chelsea what? And here, I'm going to go back for you guys. We're going to scroll up just one tweet right here. What does it say? This might be painful, but Chelsea must sell one of Chalobah or Gallagher. They need around 25 million in order to meet PSR. Them needing 25 million does not mean that they're going to sell Colwill for 100. Those are two, like, can we accept those are two extremes here? Those are two extremes here, bro. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, oh my God, Chelsea have to sell, so they're going to sell us Colwill for 100 million. Guys, I don't live in cuckoo land. I live in the real world. I live in the real world. I do. Now, I think Chelsea could raise 25 million. I'm not going to sit up here and just waffle about Chelsea because I dislike Chelsea or whatever. Yeah, I do dislike Chelsea. Of course, they're our rival. I grew up on Benitez Mourinho. How can I not dislike Chelsea? Of course I do. That's just the reality. I'm sure the Chelsea fans in the chat who grew up on Benitez Mourinho dislike Liverpool, all that good stuff. That's fine. That's rivalry. But the reality is as follows. I accept that Chelsea don't have to sell Colwill. Chelsea don't have to sell. They have to sell. I mean, already here, I was about to say these names. I mean, Salman already summed it up, to be fair. Maatsen, Lewis Hall, Broha, Chalobah, Lukaku. By the way, just go look at the Chelsea, the players just signed to the Chelsea squad. The Chelsea players that are signed to the squad still. There are so many that they are capable of selling. They don't have to sell Levi Colwill. They don't. Now, of course, we can go to the whole, oh my God, Levi Colwill family is a Liverpool and they support Liverpool. Yeah, that's true. Levi Colwill grew up supporting Liverpool. His family supports Liverpool, all that type of stuff. That's all cute and stuff. Raheem Sterling supports Manchester United. He played for Liverpool, for Man City, for Chelsea. Kevin De Bruyne supports Liverpool. He played for Man City. Jamie Carragher supports Everton. He played for Liverpool. You get me? This whole, like, supporting a football club, what does that, like, guys, in modern football, I don't really think this means anything. And for all the people who claim like I'm a fake Liverpool fan or stuff, this is stuff that only real Liverpool fans will know. We had a player in our academy. His name was Cameron Brannigan. He was a Man United fan. He played for Liverpool. And he's a Man United fan. Our biggest rival. The team we hate the most. They hate us the most. So this whole conversation about like, oh my God, he supports Liverpool. Okay, but what does that mean? What does that mean? How does that change anything about this whole situation? How does this change anything about this whole situation? Who cares who a guy supports? Players are now going to clubs for projects, for money, for managers. I mean, let's look at Caicedo. Let's be honest. Do you think Caicedo grew up in Ecuador supporting Chelsea? No, he didn't. I don't care what he said. He's a liar. Luis Suarez said he grew up in Uruguay supporting Liverpool. He's a liar too. He never supported Liverpool growing up. Bro, we know most people around the world, South America, it's the same in the Middle East. Bro, you grew up supporting Barcelona, Real Madrid, and all. You know, very few people even watched the Premier League back in those days. Like, we were even of the rarity who watched the Premier League to begin with. So this whole, he supports Liverpool. I mean, Mookie was in the chat earlier on. He knows Gvardiol in real life. Gvardiol is a die-hard Liverpool fan, and he would have went to Liverpool if Liverpool offered it. But at the same time, City offered, Liverpool didn't. He went to City. So this whole, he supports someone. Yeah, and who cares? It's 2024, chat. Who cares who supports who? Do you think this is the thing? Big up to Mookie, he's still here. Do you think this is a thing? Oh my God, he supports this club. And how does that change anything? If Levi Colwill is not attracted by the manager and by the project and by the direction and wants to join Liverpool, he won't join us, regardless of who he supports. Exactly, they're professionals. I agree with you, Abdi Hash. That's what I'm saying. Now, is there a possibility of this happening? Of course, there's always a 5% possibility. But then what would Chelsea ask for? Everyone in the chat, give me a number right now, regardless who you support, of who you think, how much do you think Chelsea ask for? Just write me a number, regardless who you support. Just write me a number in the chat. We done this earlier on for Isak. We done this for all this. Tell me right now. Just give me one number in the chat. How much do you think Chelsea ask for? One number in the chat right now. Let's say tomorrow, John W. Henry calls Levi Colwill. He calls Chelsea Football Club. He calls Todd Bowley. How much they ask for? Give me a realistic number. Don't do too much and say 200 million. Yani he's not Mbappe. Like, calm down. Give me a real number in the chat. 60, 80, 75, 90. Someone saying 55 to 75 range. Some people saying 120, 70, 50. 75 says Ed. Apple Nuts, I asked you how many million, not how many charges Man City have. Fraud. Here's the thing. I would take Colwill at Liverpool. I think he fits the bill perfectly because he can play left back and centre back. However, am I willing to pay all that money for Levi Colwill? No, because we need help. Sheikh, this answers your question now. Liverpool need to sign 5 players. Centre back, left back, DM, and 2 forwards. I cannot afford to spend 65, 70 million of my budget already on Levi Colwill. I cannot afford that. I'd rather go Hinch Cape, 30 million, Ait Nouri, 30 million, 35 million, 40 million. That's 70 on 2 positions. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Ederson, 40. Now I go splash the cash on the forward line because my forwards stink. And they smell. We need 5 positions this summer. Left back, centre back, DM, and 2 forwards. That's what we need. That's what we need. Man said 50 million by transfer money. If Chelsea would accept 50 million euros, we'd sign him tomorrow. Let's have real conversations. What did I say, Leslie, at the start of the stream? Daily transfer news with Hussam. I'm going to bring the energy, as you guys are extremely entertained. I could tell by all the people here watching. Big up to you guys. You get me? We're going to bring the energy and we're going to speak the truth. We're not here to haha and do agendas and shit. Let's be honest. 50 million euros, Chelsea wouldn't even pick up the phone for that. Big up to my guy off meta. Oh, I've already read this one. Big up to Toka, who says Kwanzaa, Euro, Pacho greater than Colwill. Colwill is shite. I don't think Colwill is shite, Toka. I mean, I think you're being disingenuous a little bit as well. I think you're being a little bit disingenuous as well. I don't think Colwill is shite. I don't think Colwill is shite. I think he could play. No, I read that you're saying double with the English tax, but it's not even an English tax thing. 50 million euros, they wouldn't even pick up the phone. It's not an English tax thing. It's levels. Euro is good. Pacho is good. Kwanzaa is very good, obviously, this season. I think Colwill would bang at Liverpool because we need a centre back who can play left back as well. I believe Kwanzaa, yes, has played at fantastic level this season. Absolutely fantastic level this season, Kwanzaa. So, yeah. Big up to off meta. Professor says, bias aside, do you think Pep will leave or extend? I don't think this has anything to do with bias. I think this is the $1 million question that no one can answer, to be honest with you. Me personally, I'd take Hinch Cape. That's my guy. Here's the thing. This is not an agenda question anyway. This is not an agenda question anyway, to be honest with you, off meta, Professor. Because the reality is, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he will stay or will he leave. Apparently, he's going to make his decision by December. The reality is no one can pressure Pep Guardiola. It's not like Sheikh Mansour is on the phone to Pep, make a decision now or I will sack you. No, of course not. Like, he's in a good place. He's going to get his time to make his correct decision, all the type of stuff. So he will have time. Big up to Off Meta Professor again, who says, if I were Liverpool, I'd sign Riccardo Calafiore. Let me quickly Google who the hell is this guy. Italian footballer. Plays for Bologna, 22 years old. Okay, let's go look at Calafiore's numbers. He played for Bologna, so probably his passing statistics are going to be incredible. Scouting report. Oh my days. Yo, this guy is in the upper percentile of everything. Hey, yo, Califiore! Call me, blood! Oh, my days! This guy's in the upper percentile of everything. The whole screen is green. The whole screen is literally green. Look at this. He's green even for gold, bro. Almost 90% pass completion rate. Oh, my days. Yo, this guy's cold. Ayo, fair enough of Meta Professor for this suggestion right here. I'm gonna need to look into it a bit more so we can have that discussion, that conversation. And speaking of, big up to all 670 of you in here. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing, guys. We have 700 people in here. Let's get 400 likes at least. We have one final topic to discuss. Please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Let's get 400 likes. The mods are pushing for it, all that good stuff. There's one last topic, chat, and you know the topic in it. Everyone ready for the topic? Everyone ready for the topic? You guys see it on the thumbnail? Who's the guy included on the thumbnail? Who's the guy included on the thumbnail, chat? Who? Who's the guy included on the thumbnail? Thing is, this is also a French source, so you have to go 50-50 with it. So let me just share screen for you guys quickly. Ibrahima Konaté. You get me? The next up on today's transfer news is Ibrahim Konate. PSG could be interested in signing Liverpool centre-back Ibrahima Konaté, with the French side admiring the player's versatility. I mean, obviously, this is kind of the stuff with Konate. And I mean, look, here's the thing with Konate, man. Here's the thing with Konate. Konate is an absolutely elite defender. Konate is an absolutely elite defender. This is the problem with Ibrahima Konate. This is the problem with Ibrahima Konate. Availability is the best ability. You get me? Year 1, 11 games. Year 2, 18 games. Year 3, 22 Premier League games. So in 3 years, he's played 51 Premier League games. 51 Premier League games over a 3-year period. 51 over a 3-year period. An average of 17 Premier League games per season, basically. So it's even less than half. Now, this also could be a case of Levi Colwill, which means this could be a case of, like, maybe he wants a contract extension. Maybe he wants a contract extension at Liverpool. He wants to stay at Liverpool Football Club. And because he wants to stay at Liverpool Football Club, you know, maybe he's bringing up from his camp this whole, you know, this whole rumors and this whole situation with PSG. So we can do that. But I always ask myself, okay, if we want to be ruthless as a football club, is this a step too far of ruthlessness? I get where the club is coming from, where it's like, okay, the guy can't stay fit. I accept that. I understand that. That's a valid criticism of Ibrahima Konate. Very valid criticism. However, do I think it's a good enough reason to sell Konate? I mean, just 2 years ago, literally, Konate was our best defender in a Champions League final, possibly our best outfield player to begin with in a Champions League final. Am I ready to see this sale happen? And the honest answer is probably no. It's probably no. I'll tell you why. I mean, already Matip is leaving. We're looking at signing new centre backs. I don't know if selling Ibrahima Konate is the smart opinion. I think Ibrahima Konaté is the future centre-back of Liverpool Football Club. I mean, people talk about Emi Martinez's save in the World Cup final. You know who played the pass to Kolomwani? This guy played the pass to Kolomwani. This guy on the screen is the guy that played the pass to Kolomwani. I mean, he's got pace and power. He's absolutely physical. He's very good in the air. Obviously, the one negative about Konate is probably his ball playing ability. Sometimes he plays and it's like incredible and amazing. And sometimes he has ball playing moments where he's like, where you're just watching him going like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Like, are you okay? Is everything good? Like, where's your passing? Where's your, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, there are some moments where you're like, oh, he's a great passer. He's a good passer. There's some moments where you're like, this guy passed the ball like Tarkovsky, you know? So it's like, there's no in the middle with Konate. He's either amazing or not. The only problem is genuinely like, literally his injuries. That's it. That's the only bad thing about him is his injuries. But every time he plays, he performs. Every time he plays, he performs. I have no problem, no complaints about his performances. I mean, just me saying the fact that, you know, maybe he has a, maybe he messes up and stuff like that. I mean, that's not really the end of the world. I mean, all defenders mess up. All defenders, you know, have moments where they aren't really doing their best or killing everyone on the pitch and doing all that stuff. He's a really good defender, and I really like him. And he's a prototypical defender. He's a classical defender. Very, you know, very good in the air. He's incredible. So, like, obviously, I don't want to sell him because I feel like in this rebuild that we're in, specifically this current Liverpool rebuild, we cannot keep talking about selling players, chat. We can't. Liverpool Football Club need 5 players. With Matip leaving, with Thiago leaving, with inshallah Diaz and Nunez leaving, we already need 5 players. If I sit up here, sell this guy, sell that guy, sell this guy, sell that guy, sell him, sell him, sell him, sell him, sell this guy. No, sell that guy. No, keep this guy. No, bro, I ain't trying to sell the whole team, bro. I'm trying to keep some players. We need to take this Liverpool team to the next level. We need to take this Liverpool team to the next level. And Liverpool cannot be taken to the next level just by selling players. We need to sign players and strengthen the numbers and get more quality, more quantity, and take this whole thing to the next level. That doesn't mean that I cannot sit up here and just, and I'm going to sit up here and just, yo, sell that guy. No, sell this guy. No, sell that guy. Sell. No, I don't want to sell everyone. There's players that I want to keep. There's players that I want to keep at Liverpool Football Club because I generally believe that they're good enough. And I look at Konate, and he's one of the players that's genuinely good enough for this team. Genuinely good enough for this team. And that's just the reality of the situation. That's my honest opinion. You know, so I hear it, but I'm still keeping him. Big up to my guy off Meta Professor who says Calafiori is like Gvardiol linked to Juve, Chelsea. Fair enough, off Meta Professor. I accept your opinion as you're someone who's watched them, and I looked at the numbers. I'm gonna have to do a bit more research. Thank you for telling me about him. I'm gonna mention you on tomorrow's daily transfer news stream, inshallah. I'm gonna mention you on tomorrow's stream because I will do my research. I'm definitely gonna do my research on Calafiori. Thank you for letting me know, my brother. I appreciate it. Big up to Ed who says, Ray, STFU in the chat, you don't know ball. Konate is a big time player. No one tracked down the player better besides Virgil van Dijk. 100 million or more is the only way. Oh, 100%. PSG, you want Konate? Give money, Habibi. Dinero, Habibi. Give me money. Money. Give me money, Habibi. Don't think you're going to sit up here and like, oh yeah, I want Ibrahima Konate and I'm only going to pay 50 million for him. No, you have to run it up, Habibi. Make it 3 numbers. If Levi Colwill is worth 100 million to this Chelsea institution, then Konate is worth even more than him. Run me the money, Habibi. Get me the money. Simple as. Like, I get where people are coming from if we're talking about injury prone and all this type of stuff. Fair enough, but we need money, Habibi. We need money. So if you're going to tell me 120 million for Konate, oh, yeah, then I take it because I signed 2 center backs and a left back and 2 forwards and all that for that much money. So I accept that. Obviously, listen, everyone has a price. For a certain price, you'd sell anyone. Let's take someone that no one here wants to sell. Virgil van Dijk. No one wants to sell Virgil van Dijk. If Real Madrid offer 200 million, 300 million, you're selling. You get me? So like, you know, there's a price. Everyone has a price point. So I look at Konate, and if I'm getting offered like 150 million, 140 million, I take it and I rebuild this whole team, bro, because we have a lot of work. But I'm keeping Konate personally. I really like him. I think he's our second best defender after Virgil van Dijk. And he's amazing. I wouldn't sell him. I wouldn't sell him whatsoever. Anyway, this has been the first episode of Daily Transfer News. I hope you guys enjoyed this new series. Guys, we're only 19 likes away from 400 likes. Can we please hit 400 likes before I end the stream? We have to get to 400 likes. This is you watching us right now. You get me? This is you watching us. We have to get to 400 likes, chat. We have to. We're just 15 likes away. I want you to hit this. I want you to hit this X button right here. Hit this like button right here. See? 383. Look how close we are to 400. This close. Hit the like button, subscribe. And I know you're all bored. I know you're all bored in this transfer window. But ask the people in the chat who watched This Is Football last season. There is no such thing as a boring summer with This Is Football. Because we have daily transfer news. We have emergency meetings. We have transfer news videos with panelists of said football club. And there's the Euro watch-alongs. So there's so much content coming your way. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. And big up to Ed, Nimbus, Sheik, Ashraf, Terence, Dina, HCV, Tevin, Off Meta, and Toka for the super chats. Big up to every single super chatter. This has been your first episode of Daily Transfer News with Hussam. I hope you guys have absolutely enjoyed it. Brought the energy, brought the news, brought the objectivity, brought the opinions. I love you all, and I'm going to see you guys. Never mind. What's the total for timeout Rere? What do you mean, Ed? Total for timing out Rere. I'm going to need to expand on that a little bit. You want me to time out Rere for a week? I'm going to need to come up with a number. Yeah, we're saving up money to meet Rere. We're going to time him out for a week. So I'm going to add him to the ban list for a week. That's what I'm going to do for a week. But yeah. Big up to my guy in Katia's lawyer says, Habibi, we should do a classic match watch along. Classic match? What, you want me to do a match that I already know the outcome of? Like what? Liverpool versus AC Milan 2005. I already know we come back. So what, you want me to fake getting excited? I ain't fake. What's it going to cost? I'll give you a price tag on June 1st. Come back on June 1st. Come back on June 1st, and I'll give you a price tag literally to ban him for a week. You will not see a single Rere comment. Anyway, love to every single one of you guys. Please do make sure you guys are slapping the like button and subscribing. We're going to go spam Terry's chat with Hussam Raid. This right here. I just wrote it in the chat. Copy paste this comment right here in Terry's chat. I want you all to copy paste it right now. Stay on the stream because it will take you to the football terrace. Hussam Raid in the chat right now. I'm going to see you guys on the chat on the football terrace. Toodles.